Lydia, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Lydia. I'm now 15 years old and I got to Saarbergrealschule Nürnberg and live in Fürth.
Where do your parents originate from?
Both my mother and father are from Bosnia, but they lived in England for a very long time.
Why did your family emigrate to Germany?
We moved here 13 years ago because my father worked for a company and found a better job here.
What were the biggest problems when you first moved here?
The language, like always, and England is a very different to Germany. For example, the food that is served in England isn't very easy to find in Germany.
What does your family like about Germany?
It is a very safe country. There aren't any wars going on here, and my mother actually really likes hiking and likes the food here.
What does your family miss when they think of their country of origin?
My father missed the food over there, but Bosnia is a very poor country, so there isn't much to miss, but definitely the family there.
What are some of the differences that come to mind when you think of Bosnia and Germany?
It isn't really as safe to live in Bosnia than to live here, and the state of world is easy to see in Bosnia because it is so poor.
Could you ever imagine yourself working in another country in Europe?
Yes, I didn't like to see now it is to be in other countries, and maybe I did study in England.
Thank you.
Please introduce you. Hello, my name is Boran. I am 13 years old and I am from Turkey. Where does your family come from? My family is from Turkey. And why did they immigrate to Germany? Because politics problem. What was the biggest problem at first time in Germany? The biggest problem was the language and then the school. What is your family missing in Turkey? We miss my school and friends. I miss my school and friends from school. What does your family like in Germany? We like the people, religion and cars. Do you notice difference between Germany? Yes, people, region and traffic. Europe has a lot of advantages. Can you even imagine working in other country? Yes, I can imagine. The main thing is I can work in Europe. Thank you.
Hello Bachit, please introduce yourself.
I'm Bachit. I'm 14 years old and live in Nuremberg.
Which country is your family coming from?
My family is from Slimani, Kurdistan and North Iraq.
Why did your family come to Germany?
My family came here because there was war in our country and they couldn't imagine to live this country anymore.
What were the biggest problems you had in Germany at first?
My family couldn't speak German and we also had no one we know here in Germany.
What languages do you speak?
We speak German and a little bit English.
Are you born here in Germany?
Yes, I am.
What does your family like about Germany?
They like the fact that there's no war in Germany and they like to culture too.
What does your family miss about your country of origin?
They miss the family the most and the city and the food.
What are the biggest differences between Germany and Iraq?
There's no war here in Germany and the medical support is way better.
Europe has a lot of advantages. Could you imagine to live in another country in Europe?
No, I couldn't. imagined going into another country in Europe, but another city wouldn't be okay like Stuttgart.
Thank you. Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Katharina and 30 years old, and my hobbies is ice skating.
What country is your family from?
From Russia,
Why did your family immigrate?
because they wanted to study and work there.
What was the biggest problem for your family in Germany at the beginning?
To learn the language,
What does your family like about Germany?
the culture and the food,
What is your family missing in Russia?
the parents and the landscape.
Do you think of differences between Germany and Russia?
No,
Can you imagine living in another European country?
no.
Thanks for your interview, Katharina.
Hello, please introduce yourself shortly.
Hello, I'm Julie Preußel. I was born in Austria and I'm 16. At the moment, I live in Nuremberg.
Which country does your family originate from?
My mother is German and my father was Italian and Austrian.
Why did your family immigrate here?
My mother, my sister, and me moved here after my father died.
What were the biggest problems when you first arrived here?
The culture isn't really represented here in Germany, and the people here aren't that open and are more held back.
What does your family like about Germany?
The people are very structured and stay to their plans.
What does your family miss when they think of their country of origin?
The weather, the mentality, and the food definitely, and the religion.
Do any differences come to mind when you compare Germany and Austria?
We do speak the same languages, but again, the mentality is just different.
Europe has a lot of pros, but could you imagine working in another country in Europe one day?
If I were to speak fluently in those languages, then yes, I would work in another country in Europe one day.
Okay, thank you. Hello, please introduce yourself shortly.
Hi, I'm Alessia. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Romania.
Where does your family come from?
My mother comes from Romania and my father comes from Moldavia.
Why did your family went to Germany?
Like everybody, because of money and for a better education.
What were your biggest problems when you came here?
To learn the language because I lived here for 3 years.
What does your family like most in Germany?
My mother likes everything here.
And your father?
He isn't here, that's the problem.
What does your family miss the most when they think about their native land?
The food?
Just the food?
Yes.
Which big differences exist between Germany and Romania?
Many things, like the hygiene and the organization.
The European Union has many positive points. Can you imagine yourself working in another country?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you.
Hey Maria, please introduce yourself a bit.
Hi, I'm Maria Sophia Schwarzbart. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Fürth.
What are your hobbies?
I like horse riding, dancing, singing and kickboxing.
What kind of dancing do you do?
I'm dancing to hip-hop music.
From which countries are your parents from?
My mom is from Ukraine and my dad from Italy.
And what about your grandparents?
They're from Ukraine and Germany.
Why did your family come to Germany?
They wanted to get a better job to earn more money.
What were the first problems your family realized when they come to Germany?
The language and the new home. They had problems with fitting inside the German society at the beginning.
What does your family like about Germany?
The food and the beautiful cities.
Do you feel comfortable in Germany?
Yes, I do.
What do your family miss when they think about their home countries?
Their own family, the beach, just everything.
Do you think there are differences between Germany and home countries of your family?
Yes, definitely. Germany is louder and seems more alive than Italy. And there are more cities than in Italy, for example.
Can you imagine living in another European country one day?
Yeah, it would be a pleasure to try it once in a lifetime. If then, I'd choose Italy as a working place. It would be a nice experience.
Were you born in Germany?
Yes.
Which language do you speak?
I speak German, Italian, a bit Russian, as well as a little bit Korean and Japanese.
Thank you very much for the nice interview, Maria.
You're welcome. Bye bye. Hello, Maria. Please introduce yourself quickly.
My name is Maria, I'm 13 years old and I live in Nuremberg.
Which country is your family from?
My mom and me are from Brazil. My biological father is from New Zealand and my stepfather is German.
Are you born in Germany?
No, I was born in Brazil.
When did you come here?
At about 8 years. That was 5 years ago.
Which languages do you speak?
I speak German, English and Portuguese.
What did your family emigrate to Germany?
My stepfather met my mom in Brazil because he had a job there. Both had the same kind of friends. In Brazil, they fell in love. My stepfather asked us to come with him to Germany.
What were the biggest problems in Germany at the beginning?
I didn't have any big problems because I was a child and I learned the language very fast. My mom struggled with the language, and in Germany is another work system.
What does your family like about Germany?
We like a lot here. We like the snow here because we don't have any in Brazil, and the Germans are way more organized.
Did your parents have problems with learning German?
My mom, yes, but my dad not.
What does your family miss when they think about their home country?
Our whole family, my mother's side, because they live there.
Are there any difference between Germany and Brazil?
Yes, Germans are way more organized and the climate is different in Brazil. Here in Germany is the air dry and when it's hot. But in Brazil it is tropical, moist, warm.
Europe has many advantages. Can you imagine working in another country in Europe?
Yes, maybe England, because my mother's used to live there once. She told me a lot of great things there.
Thank you so much, Maria.
Bye.
Hello, Lena. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Lena. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Nuremberg.
What country is your family from?
So my parents are from Algeria. It's in North Africa.
Why did your family immigrate to Germany?
Because there was better opportunity for jobs here.
What's the biggest problem in Germany?
The language, definitely.
Why does your family like about Germany?
It's much more regulated and the health insurance is better.
What does your family miss when they think on the countries of origin?
The family and the landscape.
What the difference between Germany and Algeria?
The houses are built differently than in Algeria, but here they are further away from each other.
Europe has many adventures. You can't even work in the other country in Europe?
No, I could not imagine working in another country in Europe because then I would have to learn a new language.
Hello, Julia. Please introduce yourself quickly.
Hello, I'm Julia. I'm 16 and I live in Nuremberg.
Where's your family from?
My father is from the Netherlands and my mom is from Germany.
Were you born in Germany?
No, I was born in the Netherlands and I moved here when I was 5.
What languages do you speak?
I speak French, English, German and Dutch.
Why did your family move to Germany?
My father came here because of his job.
What were the biggest problems when you come to Germany?
I didn't really have problems because my parents both taught me German and Dutch. Although I speak more I speak more Dutch at home. So at first I would only speak Dutch in kindergarten and the first years of school, so nobody could really understand me.
Did your parents have difficulties learn German?
My mother is German anyway, so she knows the language, but my father learned German and he can speak it well by now, but he still has an accent.
What does your family like about Germany?
how everyone is on time.
What does your family miss when they think of Netherlands and the Netherlands?
Mostly my family and the traditions over there.
What difference do you see between Germany and the Netherlands?
The food is very different, and in my opinion, the people are way nicer.
Could you imagine working in a different country in Europe?
I think Spain is very interesting because I like the language, and I could imagine moving back into the Netherlands to study.